Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way. Casemiro to Manchester United. Here we go. It's been confirmed. Fabrizio Romano has said the three famous words we all love when it's in our favour. Of course, Casemiro to Manchester United. Here we go. It's a done deal. Real Madrid accepted all details of the bid for Casemiro. Clubs preparing contracts right now. €60 million fixed fee, and 10 million euro add-ons. Full agreement on a 4-year deal on an extra year, an option until 2027, and medical and then visa to be sorted during the weekend. So obviously he won't be able to play against Liverpool on Monday, which is a bit of a shame, but it was expected, so we're not going to be too down about it. Just to clarify, this deal still, it's not going to make. I still want the Glazers out. Don't care. The Glazers could sign Anthony, fucking the best players in the world tonight, and I'd still want the Glazers out. So just all to clarify, we still all want them scumbags out. So yeah, Leo says good deal. I think I mean, listen, it is a good deal. I mean, it's better than watching Scott McTominay for the rest of our lives, isn't it? I mean that's good. Now I'd love to know what'll happen with Scott McTominay now. Obviously, McTominay will probably play on Monday against Liverpool, but knowing McTominay, he'll have a great game, and then you get people saying, McTominay. I think McTominay knows now his chances are getting slim, and we finally have a proper DM as well. Like, when else can anyone please tell me in the comments when was the last time we had a good and proper CDM? Rahil says, to be honest, I like the player, but not the price. Yeah, I mean, the price is a bit much, but listen, it's better than no DM, isn't it? It's like, we're going to get Frankie de Jong. Fairness to Casemiro, he is a decent player. He can be proven in parts as well. So listen, it is good to that we got a DM. I do like the player as well, Rahul. All right, the price, a lot of people think it's over. We've had to you have to overpaying for him, but it's better than nothing, in it. So yeah, I mean, we had De Jong who wanted 80 to 85 mil, and we didn't get him because he didn't want to come. Right, it's not a good deal. Well, I mean, it's better than nothing, isn't it? Like, it is. It's better than nothing. Like, we can't lie. Like, it's better than watching McTominay. Like, we want a defensive midfielder. We got one, so we can't complain. Kyle Lacey says he has quality, but who is next? Well, that's the question, isn't it? Who is next? Who are we going to get? Who is next? I mean, could it be Anthony? He'd love to come to United. Could it be getting another left back, right back, maybe? It could be anyone. It's going to be interesting. Could we get a striker in before the window ends? Could we get? It's going to be interesting to see what happens now. It really, really is. But I mean, I suppose the big question is now: will the Glazers be smart, and to get Man United fans into the stadium Monday? Will they be like, right, let's get them out onto the Old Trafford pitch to say hello to the fans and all that, and then I hope they don't, because that would be a bit of a kick in the teeth. But I still listen. We still all want the Glazers out. As I said, we could sign all the best players, and I'd still want the Glazers out. It is a good deal. I think it's a decent deal. It's better than no deal, isn't it? It's literally deal or no deal. We got a good deal in Casemiro. For 30 mil, you could have got an up and coming CDM. You could have, you could have, to be honest. But as I said, it's better than watching McTominay. I'm gonna keep saying that. It's better than watching McTominay. And listen, it's decent that we have a proper DM. I know we paid 60 mil on a 30-year-old. A lot of people aren't happy with that. A lot of people think that we should have went for someone else. We should have went for someone cheaper, like a Singare or whatever. But it's better than nothing. It really is better than nothing. I'm just looking forward to seeing what wages we'll be paying them now. That'll be an interesting one. Are we going to give them too many wages, or are we going to double the wages? Watch Fabrizio Romano's video last night. he said the wages won't be doubled. So that's all I've heard. Rahil, imagine if he gets injured. Well, I'll try not to. Yeah, well, it's in fairness to Casemiro, like look, they've literally shown me our medals. We showed him. He showed us our medals. 60 million. I didn't listen. I never ever expected us to get Casemiro. I didn't think we could get the deal. I personally didn't think we'd get the deal, but we have the deal, and it's good, and it's better than nothing, isn't it? Like it is. Like I know a lot of people aren't really happy with it. I know, but I mean, listen, if you're watching, are you happy that we have are you happy that we have Casemiro? Injury prone possibility is there. Well, we signed Rafael Varane and he's a bit injury prone. But listen, it's I'm gonna ask you a question, right? And anyone can answer this if you're watching, right? Would you rather pay 60 million and have a quality DM or not spend 60 million and have Scott McTominay for I don't know the rest of our lives? You know, like it's literally like you have a poll out there, 9 votes so far. 89% said they're happy with the Casemiro deal, and 11% said no. So I mean, don't end the poll, please. Yeah. So if you haven't already answered in the poll yet, please do. But listen, it's an interesting deal. It is an interesting deal. We'll see what happens now from here on in. It is going to be it's crucial. I think it is a good signing all the same. I know yesterday, it's just better than having no. It's better than nothing, right? It is. It literally is better than nothing. Now we have a good DM. He's won Champions Leagues, Ligas. He's probably won everything in Spain nearly. And I mean, him and Fred, could be decent. I mean, so far midfield more than likely will be Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, and Bruno Fernandes. So I mean, listen, someone put out the team today of Manchester United's our new starting 11. Well, it's still not convincing. We still have we still have a lot of positions to be strengthened. But at the moment, it's just who's next. Could it be Anthony? Suppose we gave them it. We offered Ajax money for Anthony, and they rejected it. So around 60, it was in the 60 mark anyway. So yeah, I don't know whether we could get Anthony, but listen, we have it's better than nothing. But who said he's the only option? Well, the thing is about it. It is a desperate. It is, isn't it? It's an alternative to Frankie De Jong. It is an alternative signing. It's another desperate times call for desperate measures signing. I never thought we would get Casemiro, but we have him now on a 4-year deal with an option of a 4th year. He's 30, so you're looking at obviously 4 years, 34. So you're looking at 35. So Manchester United could potentially be his last big club, but I mean, is it we have the famous a good trio with we have Ronaldo, Varane, and Real Madrid. Now there's one player I would like from Real Madrid, but unfortunately we won't get him. But that's what's his face, Vinicius Junior. Rahul says Frankie and him are different type of players. He can't be an alternative. Well, he's an alternative. He is. He has to be. Because the Frankie deal basically went out the window, and I feel like if he did sign Frankie De Jong, we wouldn't have a DM. Frankie De Jong is a central midfielder, and Frankie De Jong, he said he didn't want to come to the club. Now I'm not saying that it can't be like. I mean, listen, it's either we were close to getting Rabiot a week or two ago. That deal broke down, luckily enough. So it was literally like make or break. Boom. Yeah, that's it. Frankie is not a CDM. That's what I'm telling you. Like, we could have spent loads of money on Frankie De Jong, who basically said he doesn't want to come to the club, and I don't want to come to the club, and we're still going to pay him that money. And he could, I know he could respect the fans, but what could it be just do a Paul Pogba on it? Do you know what I mean? I respect the fans, but the dressing room, I'm not. But supposedly Paul Pogba kind of kept the dressing room together. Yeah, listen, I listen. There are better players out there, but I think Casemiro was our only option in the end. So yeah, it is going to be an interesting one. I mean, Rahul, I know you're not. I know you're not happy with the signing. But it's better than nothing, and this is still not going to change my opinion or anyone's opinion on the Glazers. It's not okay. It's not. I don't care what anyone says. It's not going to change my opinion. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what else happens. But anyone else happy with the signing? I'm pretty chilled about the signing, to be honest. Which is, I would have liked a Frankie, but he didn't want to come to us. Let's be honest. He couldn't have. He trying to be as nice as he could, and it got to the stage where it was like, "Bosh." I mean, Rahul, you said you had a bad feeling about the signing. Why did you have a bad feeling about the signing? You know what I mean? The problem is that if he underperforms, no one is going to take him for that amount. Well, that's the thing. I know the Premier League it's totally different to the league. It's totally different. It's more competitive. Well, it's tough. It's a totally different ball game. But I mean, he's an experienced defensive midfielder. He'd like to sit back. He likes to win the ball. He's a ball winning midfielder. He's kind of said it himself. He's a ball winning midfielder. So it's all for us. A 4-year deal plus 1 year is a disaster, says Rahil. Yeah, I know, but it's better than nothing. Like, come on, we have him now. If you're not happy with the side, and everyone has their opinions. I'm pretty happy with the side, and we could have got better options, cheaper, but it's better. I'm looking forward to seeing how Casemiro now can play in the midfield now. I mean, as I said, he won't play against Liverpool on Monday, which I never expected. Even if you signed him on Thursday, if you signed him yesterday, like, he hasn't got his medical yet. Supposedly he wants to fly in to Manchester in the next few hours undergo his medical, and he wants to get that done, and he wants to be available for our next game. I think, what's our next game? The Saints. I think we play Southampton next weekend. Let me just check what his first game will be. We have Liverpool Monday. Southampton next Saturday. So yeah, that'll be an interesting one to see how we can perform there for the club, and hopefully things go well. It is just, we are Manchester United. We should do better. Well, unfortunately, we don't have Champions League football. Frankie de Jong with the Champions League football. A lot of players were interested in, want the Champions League football. Fortunately, we don't have it. Let's hope we have it back next season. Well, I reckon if we did have Champions League football, we would have had Frankie de Jong. We probably would have gotten Nunez, some Liverpool, Timber. I don't know. Louis van Gaal was kind of, distracting Timber, so that's one reason why he didn't come to us. So what else is there? We're interested in a lot of players. We have been interested in a lot of players. Remember, it is not a 60 mil deal. It is 60 plus 10 or more. Yeah, I know. So it's 70 million pounds. That's what I'm saying. I know. And then I'll just be interested to see how the wages can be. It's going to be, the wages will be interesting. Will they be doubled? I'm not sure how much he gets at Real Madrid. I'm not sure whether it's less or it's more or whatever like that. But I mean, Rahil doesn't seem too happy with the deal. Anyone else in the comments watching? Anyone? Let us know your thoughts on the deal on Casemiro. Are you happy with it? Are you not happy with it? Do you agree with Rahil? Or who are you? Everyone has their opinion, so make sure to drop your opinions in the comments and like and hit that subscribe button as well. So yeah, it is. I mean, are we going to call it a desperate signing? Like, it's a decent signing, it's a sign. I know fans are excited, but we often put our guards down in excitement and desperation. Well, that's what I'm saying. It is. This is why this is a desperate signing. This is a desperate signing. Listen, fans are happy, right? But I personally think the reason why we got Casemiro, well, obviously we are desperate at DM. We've wanted a DM probably since Mourinho. We say Mourinho, probably Van Gaal, a proper decent one. I would think it was Mourinho or Van Gaal, or not Van Gaal, Mourinho, or maybe Ollie. I don't know. We've been looking for a proper, perfect DM ever, for a while now, and we have one. I know. Listen, if Jesus Christ, if Casemiro was in like 25, 26, 27, we'd be like, brilliant signing. Fans be happy. 70 mil if you include the 10 million add-ons. So, and then you include wages and all into that. But I think listen, look at our negotiation team. I love the player, but he has to come in under the right terms. That is essential. Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, who's next? Are we gonna could we still need another CDM to I mean, if you look at the likes of what Man City now, they have Rodri, and on the bench they have Calvin Phillips. Liverpool, they have Fabinho and Jordan Henderson. Arsenal, Partey and Granit Xhaka. Chelsea, N'Golo Kante be their main DM. But you could maybe throw Kovacic maybe. They still have a backup, but N'Golo Kante is just that good at Chelsea. You just can't replace him. It's simple as. Like a lot of clubs have decent backups. West Ham, Declan Rice, Soucek. A lot of these top teams have backup CDMs, and we still need another backup CDM. But at the moment, we should look at maybe another defender, a right back, and a striker, and maybe another right winger. That'll be surprised. Won't be surprised if a splash 130 mil for Felix. Well, as much as Felix is decent for Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, I wouldn't be interested in getting Felix. He's not tall enough. Come on, he's not tall enough, and I wouldn't get João Felix. I wouldn't. But listen, the big question is: Are we going to get Frank? Are we going to get? Are we going to get Anthony from Ajax? That's another question. Now, do we get? Do we get Cody Gakpo, the PSV winger? Do we get who are we going to get? That's the thing. Who are we going to get? Who's out there that we have Casemiro now? Right, that deal's done. That deal's done. That's up to the medicals. Please keep Garner. Yeah, he's. Please, if we get rid of James Garner, that's actually a mistake. That just goes to show how bad if we do get rid of Garner, right? First of all, the team who gets him, you're getting an absolute gem of a player, top quality. He's good. Well, I wouldn't say he's top quality, but he is decent. Wherever he goes to, I mean, who's interested in him? I think Tottenham. Well, a lot of Premier League clubs are interested in him already. So we have a decent young defensive midfielder in James Garner, and we're literally like, okay, let's get rid of him. You know what I mean? I think getting rid of James Garner would be the biggest mistake. I wouldn't be happy. I mean, supposedly John Morton as well made the decision to put James Garner up for sale. I mean, did he not watch James Garner play last season? I'm gonna say it again. James Garner got the goal in the playoff finals against Sheffield to get Nottingham Forest to the Premier League. He can hold the ball well. He's a decent player in itself. He is a decent player in itself. Move fast on the arm. Well, I don't think that deal will happen. I don't think it'll happen this summer. Maybe next summer, because I think we kind of spent most of our money on Casemiro and what's his face, Lisandro Martinez. So we have spent a lot of money, but listen, our negotiation team has always been shit. I think why do I know? I think Real Madrid knew what they knew. They knew, Manchester United negotiate. No, how do Manchester United negotiate? Okay, let's buy this. Let's it's only worth 30 million, but let's ask, let's risk it and ask for 60. They'll accept because they're desperate for a defensive midfielder. Man United, much you want 60 million plus 10 million add-ons. Boom, deal done. And Real Madrid are like, we absolutely robbed them. We robbed them blind, and that's what I'm saying. It is a desperate sign. But we did spend nearly a month, 2 months on trying to sign Frankie de Jong, and we still haven't got him. If not this summer, then get Fabian Ruiz. Well, if Fabian Ruiz would be a player I'd be really interested in. Really interested in. You know what I mean? He seems good. He plays. I think he plays for Napoli. I think. Please don't shoot me in the neck if I'm getting that wrong. But he is decent. I've watched him play, and he is decent as well. So Fabian Ruiz. Oh well, no, maybe I am wrong. Yeah, he does play for Napoli. Yeah, hold on, does he? Wait, hold on. I think so. Anyways, this is what I can see here. Anyway, so yeah, again, he'd be decent. Yeah, I mean, Fabian Ruiz probably wouldn't be worth much as well. Rahil, he'd be a decent show. So we have Casemiro in, right? Who else are we looking for? Who are we interested in? Who else are we going to sign? What position? What other positions need to be strengthened? There's a lot of positions that have to be improved. Supposing on what's this transfer market, he's worth £49.50 million, but you can negotiate that down. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's listen, this is. I think signings we'll see now will probably maybe be desperate. I don't think Fabian Ruiz will be desperate. I just think Casemiro though, we kind of fell short with Frankie. I wouldn't really say that the Rabiot deal, was a heartbreak because I was kind of glad that deal broke down. Rahil says I would still go for Anthony. Well, I'd still go for him as well. Rahil, to be fair, I would go for Anthony. He's decent right winger. I suppose he'd like to come to Manchester United. He's kind of pushing to come. We still haven't given up on him though. I actually have a bit of news about Anthony. I just want to talk about it quick because I want this to mostly be on Casemiro. Manchester United are not giving up on Anthony. United will submit a new offer. Will submit a new bid after their latest offer was rejected by Ajax. They feel Anthony wants to move, and it's not certain that he starts Ajax's next game. This is from Fabrizio Romano. So I don't know if you can't get Anthony, finish the Ziyech deal fast. But how much is Ziyech? Maybe don't overpay on Ziyech. If not, people aren't happy that we overpaid on Casemiro. Well, if you are, and we don't want to overpay. Oh, listen, I wouldn't be a big fan of Ziyech, to be fair, but let's be honest. We saw Sancho, who was meant to be a right winger, plays more on the left. So I wouldn't mind him if we literally have no options. We have no options. Yeah, we have no options in the right wing. Alanga has to improve. Alanga needs a loan. Well, as I said, we saw Sancho was meant to be on the right wing, but I don't know where that went. But listen, Casemiro, that deal is pretty much done. And for people who are only new in, Fabrizio Romano came out with the famous 3 words. He came with the "Here we go." Casemiro to Man United. Here we go. 60 million fixed fee with 10 million add-ons. Full agreement on 4-year deal. An extra option until 2027. Medical and then visa to be sorted during the weekend. This is from Fabrizio Romano. So that deal is done. Home and hosed. We move on. Are we going to get Cody Gakpo, the PSV winger? Are we going to get Anthony? Are we going to get a striker? Are we going to get Ziyech, Pulisic? I suppose we were meant to be interested in Dest. Will Wan-Bissaka leave? We see we've had 4 signings now, 4 ingoings with Eriksen, Lisandro Martinez, Malacia, and Casemiro. Who else is there? Listen, it's still not a good transfer window. It's not. We're just looking at desperate signings now. Casemiro is a top quality player. He is a top quality player. You can't lie about it. But I still would have liked him. I'd still like an extra. I'd still like a few more, positions to be strengthened because it's needed. It really, really is needed. The Casemiro deal reminds me of Varane. I mean, listen, I think Casemiro. A lot of people said about Varane. Premier League football is La Liga football is nowhere near Premier League quality. When Varane came and what was it? Because we played a ball high in the air and it's like something like that. The football is totally played different in the Premier League than it is in the Liga. So would he be able for that? Casemiro, a DM, hopefully that experience. Hopefully he can talk to the likes of Ronaldo, who was his teammate at Real Madrid, and Varane, and Fred, who's his international teammate as well. So, when Fred gets going, he's decent. So we can't lie about that one. So it is an interesting one. It really, really is going to be an interesting one to see what happens with Casemiro. We are more than likely we'll see him play. Hopefully, we'll see him play next Saturday against Southampton, because he's not as he cannot play on Monday. Because even if the deal's done over the weekend, you still can't play on Monday, because you just don't want to. You don't want to throw him into a big game like this. This is a big game against Liverpool at home. They have 2 points in the bag. We have none. We're 20th. Not sure where they are. They must be mid-table. Please don't get Gakpo. Well, let's hope not. Let's hope not. Let's hope he can go for Anthony, who's better and wants to come to United. We have to sign players that want to come to United. Don't force players. Frankie de Jong, we thought we were getting somewhere. The deal hasn't broken down, but nothing's happening. And I think the signing of Casemiro kind of throws the De Jong deal out the window. Let's hope not. Hopefully we can sign him, but it just goes to show, like Manchester United, they can sign players quick. They're just not. Like the Glazers can sign players quick. They decide not to. Just Manchester United in general can sign players very quick, and we just decide not to. And listen, as I said at the start of the stream, this signing, we could sign the best players in the world. I still want the Glazers out and roll on the protest on Monday. I'll be probably doing the watch along for that, so I'll be making sure to be doing as much as I can. You might have a little green and gold in the background. So yeah, we'll try everything to get the Glazers out. If you are going to the protest, let us know on Instagram or whatever, on Twitter. Let us know if you're doing the protest on Monday, or if you're not, what you're going to try and do to get the Glazers out. Are you going to wear green and gold? Are you going to watch the match? What are you going to do? Well, it's getting interesting. Rahil says Morton needs to go. Yeah, pretty much. So does Arnold and the Glazers. So no one will disagree with me on that one as well. So yeah. So guys, that's been the stream. Pretty much home and house as well. Just gonna say here in the end, Casemiro to Manchester United. Here we go. Deal done. Fabrizio Romano came out. And if you haven't joined our Fantasy Premier League, make sure to join it while it's still early. But you can join it anytime you want. Just make sure if you haven't got Fantasy Premier League, download it, make your team. Pretty interesting. Not the best at it, I'm not, but I'm getting there. I'm learning. The lads are learning me. But the code is SW0MCD, no caps. And please hit that subscribe button and follow all our socials: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Facebook, and all that good stuff. And it's the United way as well. Thanks for help, much appreciated. Thanks everyone for watching. As I said, like, comment, hit that subscribe button, type in it's the United way, and you'll get us all there, and you get the best fan content you can get. Thanks everyone for watching the stream, and I'll see you all in the next one. Glazers out.